Welcome to the channel of Captain Parvat guys. Today's video is about the trekking shoes that are available in India. After watching the video, we hope you get a good understanding about which shoes to buy and which shoes to not buy for your upcoming treks. So in the first price bracket of rupees 8,000 to 15,000, we have with us the Salomon. Salomon, the shoe company, was started in 1947 in the alpine town of Annecy in France. This 70-year-old company also has a few technology patents for shoe manufacturing and is one of the leaders in adventure shoes. They make aesthetically beautiful shoes, as you can see here. The model we have with us is the Salomon X Ultra. The price of this pair of shoes is roughly rupees 13,000. The shoes are really lightweight. They have the Gore-Tex body, the memory mesh, and their contact grip, which provides amazing grip on most surfaces. Salomon takes care of even the minute details in manufacturing. They also have gender-specific models of their trekking shoes. These shoes are highly recommended for Himalayan treks and long-range cross-country trails because of the comfort they provide. You can literally trek and walk in the jungles for hours in these shoes and your feet will not feel the brunt. The comfort, the ankle support, and the amazing grip make these a complete pack you must set for the next 5 to 6 years. Thus, the final verdict of these shoes is that they are definitely recommended. The next brand in our video is the Lowa boots. The model we have here is the Lowa Renegade GTX, which is one of the top selling models of Lowa in India. The price of these shoes is roughly rupees 14,000. They have a hard rubber sole made by the company Vibram and are highly recommended for high altitude treks anywhere on the planet. Lowa boots, this company was started in Germany in 1923 and they dominate the trekking shoes market at most places. The shoes are a bit on the heavy side and the sole, being made of hard rubber, is not very easy on the wet mossy rocks. Thus, these shoes are not recommended for your casual monsoon weekend hikes. The body is Gore-Tex, the waterproofing is amazing, the breathable material and the good insulation keep your feet dry and prevents the sweaty odor. They have an amazing grip for high altitude treks. You will fall in love with your boots. You can literally use them even for your everyday chores in the town. You could be overflowing with confidence if you wear them around in the city. In fact, once you buy a pair of Lowa, you're pretty much set. Even your kids will be able to use them after 20 years because Lowa shoes do have an amazing life. Final verdict is that they are highly recommended, if you have the money, of course. The first model in the next price bracket of rupees 3,000 to 7,000 is the Quechua Forclaz trekking shoes. These are low budget shoes which a lot of people buy if they know that they will not be trekking a lot. These are usually bought just for 1 or 2 treks in the Himalayas and then they can be used for general gym or casual purposes. The quality is just above average and you should avoid them for expeditions. A problem faced by a number of people is that they cause blisters if used completely for a new trek, which is not the case on other brands. They say the models are waterproof, but a slight amount of water does seep in, which is really irritating. The grip is also just above average, and thus when you're trekking in the monsoons, avoid acting like Spider-Man with these shoes. The life of these shoes is not much. They will tear apart after a couple of adventurous outings. Nevertheless, Quechua has a lot of affordable outdoor products on their website, which you should definitely check out. So I must say that they are recommended, but only if you're not going to use them for trekking regularly, which ultimately beats the spirit of these shoes. The next model we have here is the famous Quechua Forclaz 500. These are the most widely bought shoes for trekking in India, especially after 2013 when Decathlon could penetrate the Indian markets after the government changed the FDI policy. These are solid shoes with a fair grip on most dry surfaces. Even when there is scree and muddy terrain, these shoes do perform really well. The Quechua is now out with the Arpanas models too, which are specially designed for low altitude forest treks, though they do not give a good grip on water. The drawback to these shoes is that their insulation is not very good, thus they do tend to sting after long treks. They say the shoes are waterproof, but the water does seep in a lot and the grip on water is not at all good. If it would have really been great if Vibram sole would have been provided to these shoes, they would have been a complete package. The life of these shoes is roughly 40 to 50 weekend hikes and a couple of Himalayan treks, after which they tear apart. Let us come to the next brand, the Wildcraft. What can I say about this brand? The Wildcraft company, started in Bangalore in 1998, is widely used for adventure apparel now. A well-made company which applies really nice aesthetics and good graphics to their products. It definitely gives a sense of belonging to the new members of adventure community. Talking about the model we have here is the Wildcraft Helio adventure shoes. The cost of these shoes is roughly rupees 3,000. They do provide a good grip on dry surfaces and are really comfortable. You can use them for casual purposes and your weekend picnics with your friends and all, where the shoes will not face a lot of twists and turns. These shoes were designed for Himalayan treks and were supposed to give amazing grip on water. And look what happened in just 5 treks. 4 of them were dry treks and 1 was in the rainy season. Just one trek in the rainy season and they gave up, and the performance was way below average. The adhesive they use for the sole is horrible and there is no stitch as a backup. We being in the industry for a long time, we do use their bags, their floaters and their clothes. But their shoes, I must say, they are not recommended at all. Honorable mention, the Woodland. Just don't use them, alright? Trust us. Let us come to the next price bracket of rupees 500 to rupees 2000. The first in this segment is the Bata Power. There are a number of models in the Bata Power series too. They have a rubber grip and thus are really good for dry treks in the winters and summers, but can also be used for a couple of monsoon treks. They will give you a good performance on low altitude Himalayan treks also. They do offer you good comfort. The only problem with power shoes is that their durability. They do not last long if you're a hardcore trekker. The sole has only adhesive to it, no stitches at all. The pair you can see here has been used for 15 weekend treks in the Sahyadris over a period of 4 months, mostly during monsoons and the winters. The performance was good for the 15 treks, but they gave up finally. If your intention is to buy the shoes for hardcore trekking purpose, then these are not recommended. For general use in the city and for less frequent treks, these are good. The next in our list is the Liberty Warrior. The price of these shoes is roughly rupees 1200. They do have a great grip and an amazing sole for all your treks except for high altitude treks. The comfort is not really that great in these shoes, but because they are really lightweight, made out of canvas and have a high ankle for support, the Liberty Warriors are the choice of many trekkers. They are not at all waterproof because they're basically canvas, but they provide a decent grip during the monsoons too. These are a little difficult to find in the internet, but a local shop who deals in Liberty shoes can help you by ordering them. The life of these shoes is roughly 2 years and are meant for about 30 to 50 weekend low altitude treks. The grooves in the grip will disappear after a few months of use and you'll notice the difference in the grip during your monsoon treks. The final verdict is that they are recommended, but for the dry treks. The next model on our list is the Coaster CTR trekking shoes. It is a company from New Delhi and its poor marketing strategies has led to this wonderful model literally being unknown to most people. This model is priced at only rupees 850 and thus there is no question of these having any high-end specs. They are not even waterproof. In fact, water collects in these shoes during a heavy monsoon trek and it's not even easily absorbed. But the life of these shoes is amazing and you will literally get tired of using these shoes. Nothing will happen to them even for a decade if proper care is taken. They offer really good grip on most surfaces. Even during the rainy season, these shoes provide amazing grip on wet surfaces, whether it is scree, mud, chikhal, stones, whatever it is. They have a PVC sole whose mold is made in Italy. It is advised to use the shoes on a couple of dry treks before using them for the monsoons so that the glossy PVC sets in and molds it according to your walking habits. The only drawback is that they have poor comfort for long treks and that they are not easily available anywhere in the country. But the final verdict is that they are definitely recommended. And now the last model on our list, probably one of the greatest creations of mankind, the action trekking shoes. Pardon me if I'm sounding a little bit biased already, but these shoes are the best shoes you will find in India for trekking and the most value for money. The price of these shoes is just rupees 750. You can use them for a really long time. These shoes will tear, they will cry, they will bleed, they will stumble, but they will not fall. And they will not let you fall, unless you're a horrible trekker, of course. Yes, the comfort is not that great. Yes, they will tear after some time. Yes, you might get blisters also a few times, but the amount of psychological comfort you have while trekking acts as the dominant factor in these shoes. They are manufactured in Solang in Himachal Pradesh by Campus Shoes. They have a PVC grip and even after hardcore trekking, the sole just does not come off because of the strong adhesive and the amazing stitch. Also, the hole you can see in the sole over here is the AV system as they call it, which is a ventilation system, and it also pumps out water from under the sole. The shoes in this video you can see here are bought in 2014 and have been used by me and a few of my friends for more than 150 treks, which also included 5 Himalayan treks of up to 15,000 feet. Now even after 5 years, they are still going strong on the grip front. There is a huge misconception in people that more grooves the sole has, better the grip will be. This concept is true for the tires of your vehicle and for hard rubber sole. But you can see here the sole is completely flat, but the grip is still very amazing. The final verdict is that they are highly recommended.
Hi guys, hope you enjoyed the video and that it will be helpful for you to make the right choice in trekking shoes. Please feel free to share the video with all your travel and trekking friends as well.
And if you wish to join us on any of our upcoming adventures, please do check the link in the description below.
If you're in Pune, you can also say hi to us here at Captain Parbat Travel and Adventure Cafe. You can find us on Google Maps.
And always remember,
even the best trekking shoes are only going to take you so far. Ultimately,
it is your willpower that will help you conquer the mountain. And do press the bell icon and never miss an update.
oh, I didn't know you were going to say that.